Today is the day. I'm so excited. Come on, come on, come on in. It's crochet and tea time for everyone. Crochet and tea. And today we have special guest, Venita Wood Ezell. We cannot wait for her. Oh, I see her in there. So we're going to go ahead and get her on the chat. And got all right. Got her. Now waiting on this nosy flip. What? Thank you today. Waiting for my better half, my better crochet half.
Okay.
The beautiful Miss Ezell.
Did we just come in at the same time? Yeah,
wow. Oh my goodness. I am so excited. Oh, my heart is just going.
Yours.
Hello, everybody.
Hi. Good to see you.
How are you? And how are you, Miss Venita?
I am fine. How are you all doing today?
Oh my goodness. We are great. Right now, we're doing just fine, okay?
My total favorite moment right now, literally.
Did you know we're here?
Yeah. Crochet all day, right?
Yes. We don't play crochet. We say crochet.
Yes, that's the plan.
Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
I am so excited that you accepted this invitation. I mean, you just don't know how we are girl fanning. And I see some folks out there in the chat. You know, if you know about Miss Venita, you need to say something because if you don't know about her, you're going to get to know her today because she is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Y'all are wonderful.
Oh, my goodness.
Welcome to Crochet and Tea with Michelle with Rose Crochet and Nosy Bailey. And we are so excited to have our special guest, Venita Wood Ezell. And we are just so excited to have her here and introduce you to her amazing funny and her wonderful creations. So I hope you're ready to enjoy this interview. We are just so, I can't even tell you how excited I am. I'm so excited, I'm tongue-tied. And you all know, I talk a lot. So for me,
right.
I'm excited.
Michelle, you were just talking to Mile a Minute a few minutes ago. So
Thank you, guys.
It's for real. It's on and popping, okay?
Yes.
Down the entire episode because when I get excited, you all know I literally talk like a chipmunk. I get so excited.
Oh,
Okay, so first, let's, of course, we have to start our crochet and tea with our tea. So I want to know your mug and what's in your mug.
okay, let me lift my mug slowly. So I have green tea. I want to say it's a peach herbal green tea, and
okay.
with organic honey and ginger. And a mug from my granddaughter for Mother's Day one year, and I like it. It's got little plants, and it's like a plant, and so it has a little top to it. I thought it was interesting.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So it'll stay nice and warm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like a little planter, but it has a little top to it.
That is
how cute.
Yeah, I think my daughter got it from.
Did it have a?
But I love it.
That's okay.
Yeah, I know, right?
Look, did it have a plant in it when she bought it?
You know,
when she gave it to you?
To be honest, I think it did, but it was something that I wasn't able to keep because I do pretty good with my plants now. Since we have social media and I can ask everybody what to do with this.
Okay.
So, but
ooh,
I think it's something, something that they cut and, But yeah, I just love this little thing. But and then it's good.
Cute.
I can steep my little tea with it. So yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll share mine next. So y'all gotta check out this mug. Let's see if I can get that in the camera.
Oh, that is
Crochet. I mean coffee.
that is
Coffee and crochet. Okay.
cute.
Then the world. Okay.
Yeah.
And so and I have this little cozy that I'm putting on there. I wanted to show y'all the mug first to keep it nice and warm because I tell you, it's cold here in Michigan. Y'all in the warmth, we in the cold, okay?
But believe it or not, I like cold weather. I like cold weather.
Really?
Yes. But I've never lived in the
Okay.
cold, so maybe that would change my mind. But I love when we do get
Well, you're
busy.
gonna have to do a road trip to
Yes,
Michigan then. So.
I do. I really do. I really do.
So I am drinking an organic, it's called Organic African Sunrise. And we have a local shop here called Avalon Bakery, and they sell all kind of cute little things in there. So they have this tea, it's caffeine free, and it's hibiscus. It's a hibiscus tea. And it's got some other stuff mixed in there, but I mentioned that before. If it's red, you can't go wrong. So if
Okay.
it's red and you're eating it, you can't go wrong. So
Okay.
and it's also called bush tea.
Have to try that.
I don't know how many people saw the #1 ladies detective agency with Jill Scott Heron, but they always drank bush tea.
Oh, okay.
But it's hibiscus. That's what it is. So that's what I'm drinking today.
Out there on
So what you got, Michelle?
chai and stevia. So she has chai and stevia. We've got people sharing their what's in their mug right now. And then for my mug, I have peach and ginger. We've got peach and ginger.
Okay.
Pretty teal mug.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how appropriate for the South, huh?
Yeah.
Peach tea.
Yeah.
Cool. And then that leads us to why we're here on Instagram because of Miss Busy Peach. And I don't know, do you know about her, Busy Peach? Have you heard of her?
No.
She's in Atlanta.
Okay.
And she does something called Saturday Morning Shenanigans. And she did an Instagram live challenge, and she asked people to come on her show. And so I popped on one day, and then she said she wanted us to do our own live. So that's when Michelle and I started doing our own live because of Miss Busy Peach.
Okay.
And I hope she's out there. I want to give a shout out to her. If you are a YouTuber, you should go over to it's Creative Diva. I think I got the name wrong. I'm going to get the right name for you. Put it in the chat. She did a beautiful tribute to Busy Peach on YouTube. So I'm going to try to get the information so you all can check that out. It was just really awesome because she does so much for the community. She's an indie dyer, and she dyes cotton yarn. And we got a little something coming to you from Busy Peach for being so generous and coming on our show today.
Thank you.
But
So
you have look,
so
you just don't know. You don't know how much we've been looking forward to this day. Oh my goodness, because we have been cracking up watching your TikTok video.
If you have not seen Miss Venita videos, when the Instagram live is over, rush over to her Instagram page or her TikTok page, and you just have to check it out. And then you'll understand why we just had to snag her first to have her on our live, because we know she's just gonna blow up and she won't even know us anymore. We'll just be little people in the future. But we heard of her first, and we supported her first right here on Crochet and Tea. So jump right into our interview. And of course, our first question, as always, is what is your maker story?
So for me with crochet, believe it or not, I'm a licensed cosmetologist. So I used to see all these older ladies would come into the salon and they would bring blankets or they would bring something they made for their stylist. And I always thought it was so cute. So fast forward, I stopped doing hair and I went into customer service sometime later.
Okay. I told you.
I thought it was we were always sitting down and we'd have to wait on calls. So I was like, I need to do something. So I decided, you know what? I want to do something with my hands. Well, knitting is wonderful, but at that time it looked hard. So I was like, I'm not going to even try that. So when I saw the crochet, I was like, oh, I think I can do that. So I went to Walmart and I saw a crochet kit. At that time, it was a DVD and it was a little book and it had 2 hooks.
Oh,
it was like
you dating yourself.
I know. Girl,
okay. Okay.
I know, but so I went and I got the little kit, and I went home, and it was good, girl, because I was able to rewind back, go forward, rewind back, and I just kept messing with it until I said, okay, I learned how to hold my hook and do a chain, and I said, okay, that's good, and from then on, I decided I was going to do something crochet related every day, even if it was just read something or just something crochet related. And then it started from there. Yep. And that was pretty much it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how long have you been crocheting?
Oh, now I want to say, that's a good question. I want to say about 10 years. That's what I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is your thing that you feel like you're like the best at when it comes to crochet?
The best at when it comes to crochet, unfortunately, is blankets, because I'm really good at them, but I don't care for making blankets, because with blankets, unless you're doing different granny swears or something, you get bored. And you tend to put them down, but I'm really good at them. I just don't care for making them. If it's a blanket or an Afghan, I'm like, oh no, because I know, it's gonna take me forever. I'm gonna put it down and I'm gonna start with something. Yeah, I'm pretty good at
You need the quick fix, huh?
Yes. I need a quick fix. I have to. So, yeah.
Quick project. I said we're gonna have to send you some quick projects. We're gonna send you some links for some quick.
I know, right? I'm definitely gonna do. Yeah, I've learned to do quicker projects. I'm like, oh, we got to do something faster than this. Yeah.
So you don't have those thousands of whips like we do, right?
Yeah, and see, that's why I don't have a queen size. My bed is a queen. I don't have a queen size blanket because I know that it's gonna take me 12 years to finish that blanket. My grandbaby, this is my grandbaby's blanket, one of her blankets.
Oh.
Because I said she'll finish college.
And how old is she now?
Squares. It's supposed to be a C to C. It's C to C, but it's supposed to, and see, they're sitting here.
Oh, it's square.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing it's supposed to come out like a patch quilt. And
okay.
C to C, patch quilt blanket, but girl, it's a blanket. It's just
well, look. You can just make it for her college. She'll be set for college.
Yes, because that's about she's
look. Okay. I was getting ready to ask. She's not ready for college now, is she?
But by the time she gets it, she'll be in college. I said, well, every time I look at it, I'm like, nah, I'll do something else. I'll finish it one day. I'll get back on.
You should do a video about that, okay? Because that's hilarious. I know we all have them. We all have those projects that we started 5 years ago, and we can't see the end of the tunnel. We just can't see it.
No, I'm going to literally have to go into my journal and write down, work on Troy's blanket, work on Troy's blanket. I'm gonna have to make myself do it.
Right, paste it all around the house, on the refrigerator, on the bathroom mirror.
I think it's a great topic for our live community. What is your whip? The whip that is whipping you. Put it in the chat. I want to see what whip is whipping you right now.
Yes. We all have them.
We all
have them. My goodness.
Yes.
Okay. Of course, you know I've got another question for you, which is the reason why you're here. If you all have not seen her very funny videos on custom orders. Oh, okay, guys. You know that's what we're here to talk about today. Custom orders. We all have our nightmare custom order stories. So I want to hear about custom order nightmare stories in the chat. So custom order nightmare stories and what whip is whipping you. Those are two in the chat. So we want to see that. We will bring them up as you type them in. But what inspired you to make these funny videos about custom orders?
So for me, it was actually a combination. Like I said earlier, I used to work in customer service, so I knew that I could do something with that. And but I really wanted to educate the public and make it entertaining at the same time, because there are so many people out there that see our crochet and they think, oh, well, you know, she can do that for free, or you know, I'll buy some yarn or little or nothing. And I really wanted something to tell, you know, so that the public can know, no, it's not free, it's not inexpensive, and it's time consuming. But of course, that's right. Funny because we're on, you know, I was doing those on TikTok, so you know, you want to hold their attention. So, and if you notice that first video, which I really, you know, I think I did pretty good, but it's a little longer because in my mind, you've got to educate the people. You got to educate the people that, you know. Yeah. And so when she was telling her, the customer was supposed to have been saying something about, I think, what was it? She was telling her something about, oh, the length and all this other stuff. And I'm telling her, you know, no, you want it floor length, you want what? You want, you know, you ask for and you want the wine $600, sweetheart, this is done by hand. That's right. So my goal is to, you know, educate the public as well as the crochet artists. Don't sell yourself short, you know, for the crochet. And for the public, do not think that somebody wants to spend their whole weekend or a whole week working on your merchandise for $30. They don't want to do that. Right. No. As much as we love what we do, that is not our idea of enjoying crochet. Right.
No, it has to be worth our while. Absolutely. It does. And we have been talking about this topic, so it was just so timely. So timely. And I see if you'll read a few things in the chat. Okay, that's Celia from Portugal. She says she has body parts in baskets. Now you know she does dolls, right?
Yes, I do. Yes, I feel her.
Yeah, we saw those lovely dolls. We'll get to that in a minute, though. And then here's one more from my sister, Gail.
I see it.
She says she has 2 baby blankets not finished, and the babies are 4 years old. So they're not babies anymore.
Yes.
So, and I really can't laugh at that because I have a couple of them myself, and they're a little bit older than 4 years old. So.
And look, let me tell Gail, I'll see you at the same college graduation, and we'll have
Right. Just add a few more squares, make it a little bit bigger, and yeah, you can give it to us for a graduation gift. Absolutely. and go on and finish it so it'll be ready by the time they graduate.
Yes, we'll be there.
Look, I can't tell you how many projects I made for babies when, you know, they told me when the babies were coming, and I started making it, and the baby done been born, grew up, it, you know, then got big, and I had to pass it on to somebody else's baby.
Yes,
It was too small for the baby.
yes,
The baby was 3 years old, so that wasn't going to work.
exactly.
That's right. Your hearts in the comments for everybody that has made some for baby that's baby not baby no more. Hearts in the comments.
No more of the baby.
I need comment hearts down there. We've all done it.
Oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm.
We have so many hearts.
Thank goodness another baby is coming, because the new baby can get the blanket now, okay?
Yes.
But shh,
Yes.
don't tell them.
Yes, indeed.
Oh my goodness. Go ahead, Michelle.
Custom order story. So we want to inspire Venita while she's here. I know you have them out there. If you want to share them in the chat, that's fine. But if you want to be on live with us, we can bring one more person on live. So if you have a really funny story that you want to share with Miss Venita that she may or may not also feature on her channel, so you never know, your story can be. Please share it in the chat. We want to give Venita some of her great stories. So I shared with her earlier today, and some of you out there who are part of my Sunday Crochet in the Community group already know this story because you lived it with me. But for those of you who don't know, I took a custom order once for a floor length, which is going to sound very familiar, a floor length black, you all heard me right, floor length black sweater with cable stitching. Okay, you guys, what planet was I on? What planet was I on? So I, for months and months, went around with like a permanent scar on my forehead from my light that I had to use in order to crochet the floor length cable stitch black sweater, long sleeve. So that's just
Lord have mercy.
one of many crochet nightmare stories.
So
You
Michelle,
look.
oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So Michelle,
Go ahead.
that was your customer that called in asking about her black cardigan. That was your customer. I knew somebody was calling me.
You touched a sore spot in my soul when you gave that. That's why I was in here dying. Every person in my whole house has seen your video multiple times because you touched a part of my soul in a place I didn't want to go back to with that case.
Yeah.
Yes.
With a black man.
And you hit two things, the cable and the black yarn. Because at a certain time of the day, you can't see black yarn. You need all kind of lighting and the 20/20 vision. Oh my goodness.
Yes, ma'am. That was
Minor.
20/20 vision and special lighting, ma'am.
Celia said you need miner's headlights. You need that big headlight over your head so you can see what you're doing. And then sometimes you just have to put it down. It's like, I can't do this tonight.
And look, when I finished the video and kept watching it over, I thought about it and I said, that cardigan ought to be more than $600. It needs to be $1,600.
Right. Because we've been looking at the websites that have the granny square, just a short length cardigan is $600.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's made out of acrylic yarn.
Yes.
So just imagine if you were using a quality yarn.
No.
They would lose their minds, wouldn't they?
There's no way. There is no way. There is no way. Look, you guys, let me tell you what I thought about. I actually thought about, I said, maybe I need to do a video on that video being the supervisor and saying, who took this order? Who told me
You can do that on TikTok though, right?
Yeah, I thought about that. I said, that's what I need to be doing. When I said, somebody need to get
There you go. There you go. But when I saw your video, I was like, who is this lady? She has some expertise in customer service because you were just, I mean, it was like that was your real job almost. That's how it came across. Like it was so professional. Like this person know what they talking about.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Wow.
In a perfect world, we would actually have you know, a customer service rep taking our calls as in a perfect. We're gonna get there one day.
That's right. That's where we should be.
Yes.
You are so right. Now I'm gonna give you a flip on that story, okay? Because my horror story is about working with a fine weight yarn, like crochet thread.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had someone wanted me to make them a crochet thread vest. And they did buy the yarn, but they didn't give me a deposit. And so they kept asking me, okay, this is what happened. They had an item that someone had given them and it had gotten damaged. And they wanted me to recreate this. So I didn't even have a pattern now. And I had to recreate this design. And it was made out of thread crochet. So they purchased the yarn. We talked about a price. They were supposed to give me a deposit. They never did. Do you know how many times this person blew my phone up trying to find out if that thing was finished? I was like, I've already done $100 worth of work, ma'am. I'm going to need that before I can move on. You know? So I still have this bag of stuff sitting in my craft room full of yarn. No, I haven't heard from this person again. So, you know, you have to get that deposit. I didn't do what you said I was supposed to do and what I know I was supposed to do. I should have gotten that deposit, whether they purchased the yarn or not, because I still had to put some work into it, you know. Yeah. And how do you expect me to be working on something and you have paid me no money? Like, do you just go to work and work for weeks and weeks and not get paid anything? No. Who does that?
Yeah, excuse me. I'm sorry. I got an important message from somebody that actually is locked out of their car. Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
I apologize.
And you know,
to get in their car.
That's okay.
Give me 1 second. They just want
right, real life on Instagram Live, you guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's life.
Are humans first, and crocheters, mommies, sisters, aunties, uncles, cousins, crochet sisters, all that stuff second. So
I have had people call on this phone, and I'm using the phone for Instagram Live, and they're trying to call me. I'm like, I'm busy. Why aren't you watching the live so you know that I can't talk right now?
That's right. You should be watching the live. You wouldn't need whatever you need if you were watching this live.
Our crochet sister from Portugal, Celia, has added and maybe make a video of the person trying to make the black jacket with the headlamp and swearing about not being paid enough. I think that's fabulous because I live laughing. I'd love to see you in a mindset like Venita. I'm seeing this now. Look, I'm visualizing this. This is going to be absolutely, yes. You need to have a part to that video. Definitely. You need the supervisor, crochet worker. The supervisor yelled at the crochet worker as the crochet worker is trying. Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah. Just say, you cannot.
That's what I was thinking about. Yeah, because that whole thing is, you know, she's so right, because that right there will have you pulling out all your hair. Like, okay, you know, and she said, how long? And she won't, honey, all your devices are dying, all your lighting is dying, your eyes
and not to
you come out with the candle like in the 1800s with the little, you know, the little teacup with the candle in it, you know, like
and not to mention you having to purchase extra material so you can work with this stuff. You know what I mean? Because if you like me, I'm not a young person. You know, my eyes are not as good as they used to be. So you should see all the lights I got around here. I got so many lights. It's ridiculous. Because, you know, and I work a full-time job. So when I come home and I'm working on something, I'm tired, you know. So I need really good lighting. And those are materials that you're going to have to purchase in order to be able to, you know, provide this service for people. So all of that, you know, it has to be a factor into how much you charge, you know, the materials that you have to purchase.
We've got another chat from our friend Judy from our Crochet in the Community meetup on Sundays. And she's asking, how much would you charge to go to someone's home to teach them to crochet?
That's a good question.
Oh, yeah, that is.
project bag. Crochet a project bag.
Oh, now,
I would say, well, go ahead. You go ahead.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I would say that would just be the same as what I would charge to teach a class, and it would be per hour. If I had to travel there, I would have to include my travel fees. I would, if it was just one person, it would be more because I have to give you, you know, it's all of my attention on one person, and it's not as cost effective if I had a class of 3 or 4 people. So they would have to pay more, for me to come there, work with them, and it wouldn't be a one-time thing. You're not going to make a bag in one day. So it would have to be a per hour price. And, I would have to start at no less than $25 an hour. And I don't know about you all, but I would have to charge that much because it would have to be worth my time to do all of that. You know what I mean? So, and I know shops that charge more than that for a class, for a 2-hour class. They charge more than $25. So you pay for what you get, and especially in this time we're in a pandemic, you have to be so careful. You have to vet the person. Who is this? Whose house am I going to? Is this safe? What neighborhood am I going to? I mean, you have to consider all of that. So that would be my answer to the question. I would have to determine what's my price per hour. And I want to make, if I make $30 an hour on my regular job, then I'm going to charge $30 an hour to teach you to crochet because I feel that my skills are, I'm skilled enough to be able to charge that much. You know what I mean? I've been teaching classes for years, for, over 10 years I've taught classes. I mean, actually, it's been over 20 years that I've been teaching classes. So I think that I could charge that much. But you pay for what you get, and you have to charge for what you feel you are worth. It's about your worth. You valuing your expertise. This is a craft. It's an art. It's not just me playing around and I just learned this last year and I want to charge you $50 an hour for something. No, I've been perfecting this craft for a long time. So I'm passing all this on to you when I'm teaching you something. So I should be paid the value of that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So what do you guys say?
But I totally agree. As a matter of fact, I was thinking more on the lines of even $35 an hour because there's actual agencies, and I'm sure you're familiar with some of them, that actually advertise that and offer that. The person is asking for a private class.
Yeah.
They're asking for a private class so that they can learn a skill. Now, if you ask a mechanic to come to your house and he's certified, he's going to make way more than that. If you ask a hairstylist, if she's a licensed cosmetologist and she comes and she works in a salon and you're asking her to come to your house to do anything, she's going to charge you a lot. She's going to charge you what she's worth. The same thing with us. This is a skill. It's a skill set.
Hey.
You have to make sure that everybody knows and understands and not take it lightly like it has been taken for so many years. So
absolutely.
And not to mention the fact that you're going to have a lesson plan. You're not just going to go in there with some yarn and a hook. You're going to have a lesson and you're going to teach them, and you have to learn where they are. Some people may not even know how to hold the hook. So I totally agree. I would start at 35 with a deposit, and hey, nowadays you may even have to ask them, have they been tested for COVID? You just never know what all you may have to do because of where we are right now. So like you said, you have to vet them. So
and we have a comment.
Absolutely.
Someone is definitely agreeing with you, and she's saying that she would charge no less than $75 an hour.
Yeah.
Look.
No.
Maybe so. Hey, just like you said, that plumber, especially if you have a certification, you're a master crocheter. All of that makes a difference. And you're right. You even have to do homework because you have to know what the person wants to make. You have to know if they're right-handed, left-handed crocheter. You have to know if they can read patterns. Do you have to teach them pattern reading skills? I mean, you have to do your homework so you can find out how you're going to be able to teach this person. You know, how are you going to go about it? You know, just like a regular teacher. You know, I don't go in the classroom and I haven't thought about what I'm going to do, and I haven't planned it out, and I have to have the right materials. It's a lot of preparation into teaching, and it should be the same as in teaching a skill, a craft.
I love Celia's comment. She said, yeah, it's a hands-on job.
Yeah, it is.
That's funny.
Absolutely.
Entendre there.
Absolutely.
Hands-on job. So yes, I think it's I like it both because it was a joke, but it's also very much the truth as well. So
yeah, it's all hands-on. It's labor intensive. I think we've said that before. It's very labor intensive. So absolutely.
We have,
and you know,
this all year, since January, have we not? Nosy Bailey here on the Crochet and Tea. Literally, somehow we've always landed back on the same topic, even though we started talking about it earlier this year, which is knowing our worth. Isn't that what's really boiling down to? Is that knowing the worth of the artistry of crochet and starting to finally recognize that crochet artistry needs to be recognized for what it is and not under ourselves. And part of that is a decision by crafters and fiber artists that we all have to agree and hold that line, that we make things what they're worth and not undercut one another by trying to sale. And so, you know, using quality materials, you know, Nosy Bailey has got me hooked on using quality yarns where appropriate. I mean, acrylic yarns have their place. Acrylic yarns, you know, store-bought, big box yarns do have their place. But Nosy Bailey has sold me now on the drape and the importance of picking the fibers that are appropriate for your projects, even if they do have an extra cost because it's a hand-dyed item or it's just because you want cashmere yarn. That's beautiful. Because you want the scarf or the item to look elegant, and then charging. If that yarn was $33, your scarf better not be less than $60 or $70 at the minimum.
Yeah.
You know, that's the bare minimum. That's not in your hours. That's just the covering the cost. Yeah. So we have to be okay with telling somebody, yes, this beautiful frilly, you know, scarf, shawl is going to cost you $150 because the material cost me, you know, $100 or you know, or $70, $60 or whatever. So
absolutely. And it's putting it out there so that that's why I'm so happy about your videos, because it's funny, but it's serious, because we have to hold each other to the standard. No, it's not machine made. You know, it took time. It's wear and tear on your hands. It's an art, and you're paying for that. You know, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was going to piggyback off of what Michelle was saying. Okay, I'm gonna do a little test. Okay, so this is for people out there. So I have two hats, and they're made out of different yarns. One is a more expensive yarn, and one is a lesser expensive yarn, but it's the same hat pattern. So I want you to guess which one is made out of the more expensive yarn. Okay, so this is one. That's hat number one. Same pattern. Okay, and here's hat number two. Same pattern. So which one you think is made out of a more expensive yarn? Just, you know, think about the stitch definition, you know, the brightness of the color.
All right, I want to
think about it.
You guys. So is one looks like it might be like a red. You know, I know the lighting is weird, but it looks like a red. The other one looks like a gray or a dove kind of color.
They are.
Yeah, that's what it looks
they are different colors. So, they are different colors.
But which one?
But I want you to.
Do you think is the more expensive? Right. We want to know which one's more expensive. Correct.
Right. Okay. Which one is more expensive? Look, which yarn?
Look, your work is so good, we can barely tell.
And you know, we're on screen, so it may not be true. You know, it's not a perfect image as if you were in live and you could look at it. but I can definitely tell the difference. And since they're not the same yarns, even if they were the same color, the colorway, they wouldn't still be exactly look the same. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But
And definitely not feeling.
so what? So someone said we got 2 hat number 1s. Well, somebody said 1 and 2. Now come on, you gotta make it.
Yeah. Okay.
Choose one.
I think the first one.
I think that the red one is the more expensive. Is the red one the more expensive?
The red one, yeah.
Very
This one is a merino wool, 100% superwash merino wool, and you see the stitch definition. It's much more pronounced than on this one. And this one is a 75% acrylic.
Okay, yeah. Now,
And 20% wool.
Yeah, that's good. I can see it better now.
You can see it now. So now,
yeah.
so it makes a difference. What that's the point I wanted to make. It makes a difference what yarn you use, and I can't charge you the same price for these 2 hats because I've used a boutique quality yarn that costs $10 more than this yarn did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So and then look at the stretch on it. I mean, it doesn't work up the same. It doesn't feel the same. I mean, if you could feel this merino wool. Now I know I know it's hot down there, but just imagine, right? If you're in the cold, right?
Yeah.
This, if you could feel this feels so good. It feels good to touch. It feels good on. It's just got a different type of stretch to it. It's a completely different yarn. So now I have to factor that into my cost, you know. And people I don't think people really understand that, but I would hope, my hope is that we begin to come together as a crochet community and we begin to standardize these things. If I'm charging $10 over here and you're charging $75 over there, and I may be a better, crafts person than you are, you're going to say, okay, well, I should pay $10 for that, right? I should be paying $10 for that because that lady over there is charging $10, right? And that's the kind of mindset that we have. We're going to go for the cheaper price. We don't think about the quality, So this is just such an important topic. And I can't thank you enough for, bringing it to the forefront. And, even though, it's we're laughing about it, we have to continue this conversation. And we have to begin to come together on this topic. You know what I mean? As craftspeople.
And something else to include in this whole conversation is knowing your place or knowing your lane. And what I mean by that is, don't go put your pop-up shop in the flea market. Do you know what I mean? And think you're gonna sell your beautiful boutique yarn item. You know what I mean? At boutique price, which is what it should be, and you're at the flea market with your pop-up, guys. Please don't go to the flea market. Please do not go to the flea market with pop-up unless the only place to sell it. Go out to those art and craft. Put your stuff up there. People who are at an art festival, who are at an art show, they are out there to spend money, and to spend good money because art is not inexpensive. Put your fiber out at the art show. Put your fiber arts, out in museums, and look for those opportunities, vending opportunities that are in high-end shops. Go park. Go just talk to a local boutique in your little those little niche downtown, areas, that the elite hang out at. That's where you want to go put your beautiful with the feather, the real feather pom-pom and merino wool. Now don't go put your acrylic hat in the boutique, okay? You guys show off your best work. So know your place your item in the right place. Okay, all right. I'm just getting off my preachy. I'm gonna let you talk, Venita.
I'm sorry, not to cut you off, but I also wanted to let I feel as crochet artists, it's our responsibility to educate the public and each other, because people really don't know. They really don't know. They don't think. I mean, they go. I work in retail now, and they go here and there, and if they don't see that label, then they don't think they should be paying. If they don't see, some name brand label, they don't think they should be paying those prices. So we have to educate them and each other And that's one of the reasons for the videos. I want to be humorous so I can hold your attention, but I also want to everybody to just pay. If you see me do a video, pay attention to every word, because there's a reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason that I said on the first video, I said thank you for your deposit, because we need to let the public know we're not starting a project without a deposit. We're not going to do that. If you work with someone that starts a project without a deposit, then be leery of what you may get in the end, if you get anything.
So true.
Because all of that is playing crochet. When people start projects without a deposit, they are playing crochet. Okay.
And you know, even how much the deposit is, that's important too.
Yes.
Because if that person just decide that they send you $20 and they want you to make $200 worth of stuff, and they just drop off the face of the earth, you stuck with, you know, you stuck with working on this thing and only getting paid $25 for it.
Right.
So,
yes. I mean, because we have to let the public know as well as each other that if a person is holding a legitimate business, then that person has to ask for certain things. They have to require them in order to continue their business. So we have, you know, it's just things that we have to do in the crochet industry, in any art actually. We have to do those things. And it's not, I hear it so much when people say, well, I'm afraid to do this, I'm afraid to do that. Well, you can't be afraid, sweetheart, because you're not afraid, you know, you're not afraid to eat. You have to make a living, you're not afraid to pay your bills, and you want to keep your business, you know, going. So I think it's really important that we do that. And that's why if I say something on the video, I really try to get people to see, yeah, this is funny, we're having a good time. But yes, she made a deposit. Yes, she did this. Yes, she did that. Those things have to be done. They have to be.
Everything you said was right on point. I mean, we were talking about all of those things. It's so amazing that we have come together, and we have to come together like this, like we're doing right now. We have to come together and talk about these things, because I met somebody today on another live, and she was saying when she first started, she didn't have a community. You know, now we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have social media. We got, you're in Georgia. Michelle, you're in Florida. I'm in Michigan, and we're having this conversation. And that is what's been such a blessing about what's been going on in the last couple of years, that we can come together from all parts of the world. Celia is in Portugal, and we're talking to her. I saw, I thought, and I don't know if she came on, Odama, is that her name? Odama the Crocheter? The one that she has the YouTube channel. She responded to the Instagram Live. I thought she was going to be on today. She's in Africa. So we got people all over the place, and we got to come together and be as one in terms of how we're going to run these businesses, what we expect from them. You know, we need people to understand that they have to value our worth if they're gonna want business from us. You know what I mean? They have to value our work. And so
and not to cut you off, but that entails we valuing our work. And I think it starts with us. I think the reason I say that, because we're the one that has to educate the public. We're the one that has to let them know, not just educating them on they need to pay, but what you're paying for. Like you were just showing us your hats. People don't know. Like I still work in retail, and I work with clothing, and people really don't realize that you're not paying for acrylic here. You know, you're paying for merino wool. And yes, they may look the same to you, but one is gonna peel and get those little balls on it, and one may be out of shape, and one may not. One you'll have for years, and one you will not. And so, if we don't educate them, they're not gonna know, because
that's right. Absolutely.
They only know labels. They can tell you about these high fashion labels, but they can't tell you about handmade items. They can't. They don't know.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
About custom fit, you guys. Now they don't even know. We're making it to fit your body and to drape on your body and to look beautiful. Because guess what? If it looks beautiful on you, you're going to tell someone, and they're going to come back and be our customer. So we want you to look good in our item. Yes. We're going to fit. We're going to fit again. We're going to ask you for measurements about 6 times, because we want it to look good on you, to give you a little room, but also make you look beautiful and have a wonderful silhouette. So just know
absolutely
good on you. And so that needs to be taken into account when we're talking about costing an item. You know, we want, I mean, I make dish scrubbers, you know, and I want those dish scrubbers to last you for months. I don't want to last a week. You know what I mean? The ones in the store last a week, but I guarantee the one I'm going to send you is going to last you a lot longer than that. And that's why you're going to pay a little bit more for it than you will at the store. You'll get 2 for $1.
Absolutely.
You're spend $5.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely.
It's a month, 2 months, maybe even 3.
Absolutely. I want to answer somebody's question right quick, not to cut you off, but there's a store here in Michigan, and it's called Detroit Fixtures. And it's probably a place like this in most cities, but this is where I got the hat rack from. These are fixtures that people would put in their shops or stores, and this just sits right on the table, and then the hat fits right on it. And this can be collapsed, so like if you're doing your craft fairs, you can just take it apart, you can stick it in your bag, and then when you get ready to set it up, you just hook it back up again and, you know, get that hat up off the table so they can see what you got, you know, because that makes a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and that factors in, that goes again in with pricing. You know, you're running a business and everything costs. Nothing's free. Everything costs. So I hear it so much, and it bothers me because I hear it so much when I hear people say that they are basically afraid to charge, and I don't understand it. It breaks my heart, but I also don't understand it because if you're intending to make a profit, you have to charge. Yeah, you have to, and you have to charge what you're worth. If you don't know X, you like you said, we're in the world of social media. We have to ask. We have to talk to each other. Yeah, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that person in the chat. I'm gonna step up my game. You know, I just want to say I'm not trying to act like I'm the expert now. I'm trying to learn from you ladies because it's a learning curve. You know, I said this before. When you first get into it, you feel a little intimidated. You know, I want to make a sale. Am I charging too much? You know, but when you begin to value what you're doing, then you realize, okay, this thing is worth $200, and that's what I'm asking for. And if you don't want to pay for it, if you don't want to pay for it, somebody else does. Yeah. And that has actually happened to me where I had an item, they didn't want to pay what I asked for. I said, okay. And then 2 weeks later, somebody paid for it. They paid more than I was asking for. So, you know, if I had just given in, I would have lost out. You know what I mean? And I would have not felt good about that. You know what I'm saying? Because I would have undercut myself because I didn't value that thing. So that is so important that we just stick to our guns. This is how much it works. And do the research. Michelle, you could talk about that. Do the research. Find out how much it costs, how much you should be charging for this item, this amount of time you put into it, these materials that you use. You got to factor all of that into it.
Yeah, and I tell all the time, you know, I don't like get paid by crochet.land or anything like that, but it's an app that I use personally to calculate my costs. I love it because I can put the quantity of yarn that I use and how much each of those yarn skeins cost, you know, so that you can actually get a true estimate of how much was my material cost. And then it tracks your time. As long as you put the time in there, it will put your time in there, and you can set an hourly wage. What hourly rate do you want to make for your time? You can add your materials. I mean, I would add a little depreciation cost for the depreciation of your hook, the depreciation of your, you know, lighting. You know, you got a light bulb you use to take. Man, put all that stuff in there. Get paid for what you're doing.
Yeah. 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 Don't businesses do that? Don't they do that?
They do.
Tell you all,
and not to mention advertising. You know, even though we're not, you know, there's so many ways we can advertise for free, but you got to remember there's your time. If you're taking the time out to show something on any website or anything, that your time is worth something. Always.
Oh my God, I'm sorry, guys. We got somebody in here from Johannesburg, South Africa. Oh my God. Welcome.
Oh, yes, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Awesome. You see what a crochet community we have? This is amazing.
Yes.
And when you put that stuff on social media, you don't know what end of the earth is going to.
Nope.
So we need to be talking about this, right? Because if I go to Africa, I should be charging the same price, right?
Mm-hmm.
As I would charge if I was going to Europe or wherever I was going.
Yes.
It should be the same.
Because,
you know what I mean?
Yes, because there are people that are willing to pay no matter where you are on the planet. There are people that are willing to pay because you got
that's right.
These big name brands companies, they sell their merchandise all over the world.
Yeah.
And they get that.
Now, I will say this. This is one thing that my daughter told me, and I want to put that out there to see what you guys think about this, because I made this messy bun hat for her, and it was out of a chunky weight merino yarn. Now she had her locks were longer than mine, so she had long locks, and she wore it in a bun. So I wanted to make her a hat. Now she had gone to Kenya to work, and she came back home to Michigan, but she didn't have, the proper clothing and things for this cold weather. So I made her this messy bun hat, and I told her I was going to charge $60 for it. Okay. And she said she thought that was too much, but she said, she wasn't sure about the price, but she said I should make a lower end one that maybe was made out of a different yarn that was maybe not so expensive, so that I could capture, different audience. Some people, $60 for a hat would be too much. But if I made it out of acrylic or an acrylic wool blend, I could knock the price down some, So what do you all think about that? Like I was saying, I don't charge the same price for these two hats because I didn't pay the same amount for the yarn. So, and these are fur pom-poms, but what if I use a fake pom-pom and it only costs, $7 or $8? Then I could bring my price down again. But you pay for what you get, so it's not going to be the same quality item, but should I be charging the same price? So I want to put that out there to you guys and see what y'all think about that.
No, I wouldn't charge the same price. I mean, I do that very same thing. If I know that I've chosen to vend at like a big festival that's not an art festival, but just like a community festival, then I'm going to make acrylic items out of acrylic yarn, and I'm going to make them cost effective because I know the people at that type of festival are looking for those kinds of items. Now, if I'm going to be at a arts event, fine art event, then I might pack my boutique items because I know that is the audience that's going to be there. So I agree. The price does have to be what
reflect.
What the item actually cost, plus your hourly rate and your depreciated items.
And,
so yeah.
And to piggyback on that, I would, if I am in that boutique setting, or if I'm at this art festival or wherever I'm selling, if I do get someone that really seems interested and they say, oh, well, that's a little more than I wanted to spend, then I would remind them that I can make this in another, in another yarn, if you would like.
Yeah, you could give them some options.
But I will require a deposit to go ahead and make that for you.
Right. Oh, yeah. That's a non-negotiable. It's a deposit, okay?
This has become a special order. This has become, you're looking at it, you like it, and you don't want to pay this much, but hey, you go ahead and give me, half up front, and I'll go ahead and make it, and it'll be less.
Right.
Yeah. But I did want to bring one thing to you all. I want to ask you ladies about something. On one of the comments on one of the Facebook groups that I put the video in, I did one about relatives. And yeah, I did. I did one about
okay. I hope they're not on here.
But one of the girls was saying that her mother was wanting a hat, and that she was gonna make her pay for it. And some of the other people in the group were like, and the girl said, no, my mom has gotten lots of stuff for free. So I wanted to ask you all, as well as our audience, what do you think about charging immediate family like your mother or your father? What do you think about that?
You go, Michelle.
Let me say this, Michelle. Let me say anything. You are running a crochet business.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's like getting up and going to work every day. Absolutely.
I'm running a crochet business, but I love my mama. You know, so I'm not charging my mama.
So you ever see charge mom?
This woman is going to make, but look, my mama pushed me out of something the size of a lemon. I was the size of a watermelon. Take her something, trust and believe. She did all that work. Heck no, she carried me for, okay, maybe not 9 months because I was a preemie, so she carried me for like 7 months, but still, she carried me. She worried about me. She prayed over me. You know, she got gray hairs. You better believe I'm going to make that lady whatever she asked me for and do it quickly and efficiently and in her proper style. Now, that being said, I got literally a million cousins. Y'all pay. You're not getting them of y'all. But
right.
My grandma on one side is like 1 of 13. My grandma on the other side is 1 of 11. So when I say I literally have millions of cousins, I got a cousin almost every continent on the world, okay?
Wow.
So you saw my last video with the cousin that wanted the outfit I had on. Oh,
I saw that one. Look, I agree with Michelle. Mamas are different. Okay, now I'll make my mama anything as long as I can get the materials. You know, I'll make it for her. And I think that has to be, you know, depend on your family. Like if your mother wants you to make her a cashmere, you know, shawl, she might pay for the yarn, okay, and then I'll make it for her, something like that. You know, it wouldn't be completely free, but I charging her, I don't know. If she were alive, I've never charged my mother for anything.
Neither.
But now the rest of the family, that's different, okay. We don't have no family deals. I'm sorry. There's no family discount. I'm sorry, because I still have to buy that yarn. I still have to put that work into it. And see, family will take advantage of you quick and fast. They'll be like, oh, they're looking for the family deal, and they want you to make it for free, like you said, and they want you to make them a dress, and they want, you know, and it's going to cost $500 just to get the materials, and you're supposed to make it for them because they family. I don't think so. It's a business, like you said, and you could be making that for somebody else and making that $1,000 or whatever it costs, and you doing this for them, and they're completely taking advantage of you. Because if they wanted to buy something else from somebody else, I don't care how much it costs, they're going to pay it up front. Mm-hmm. And I don't know who on here today, so I can't tell you no real for real stories, but family will burn you in a minute. So
well,
you got to be business.
For me, I would make it for my mom, you know, and I would supply the material because that's my mom.
Right.
But I would expect for any family member to think about, okay, she is running a crochet business. So don't come out your head just thinking of stuff for me to make.
Right.
Don't just be sitting there thinking, okay, well, we're going to have Venita make this today and next week.
Right.
You love me, like you say you do. You know that I don't have but 2 hands. Right. I can't make all this and that too. Right. So come on. But yeah, I just thought that was something I wanted to ask because I was just outdone when that girl said, no, her mom is paying for that. I said, okay.
You know what?
But you know, now that might be her mama. You know what I mean? It depends on the relationship. That makes a difference.
It sure does. Yes.
You and I are like this because you and I just said the thing. I said, now wait, relationship, you know, it all depends on the relationship. But I don't want us, I know we're like either at a time or close at a time. I don't want us to get to the end without getting you an opportunity to give a shout out to all of your social media pages. Let us support you. So how can our Crochet and Tea Live family support you?
So right now I am just with TikTok with Lady Ezell. Well, at Lady Ezell, and then my Facebook is Venita Wood Ezell. I'm still working on my YouTube channel, so I'll put that in the comments later once I get that straightened out. So it's pretty much that. I'm still kind of, and then you know my right here with Instagram. What's my Instagram? Y'all gotta forgive me.
Lady V 3100.
Yes, thank you. Because I don't
Lady V 3100.
Thank you. Yes, Lady V 3100. I need to get on Instagram more often.
That's right. Go out there, follow her, give her some likes, y'all. Give her some love. Put comments on her videos, y'all. Remember, comments help to bring up her standing with Instagram, TikTok, and all that. So please put her send her some love, you guys. It's just the content is amazingly funny. You know, she's talking to all of our hearts. You know, she's doing us. It's like public service announcements. And so please give her some love, show her some love, and get out there and support her efforts. You know, now look, when she gets out there and you know you got to pay to subscribe, y'all. I expect y'all to pony up and pay to subscribe, okay? Because I'm gonna be the first in my pocket and paying to subscribe because I'm literally gonna be her #1 fan, literally.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you guys for having me. I have really had a wonderful time with you all. I really have. Yeah.
Okay, one other thing though before we get off, because we got people up there that are on the live, and some of you all may not be following each other. So make sure you click on those links and follow each other. If you're not following me, I'm Nosy Bailey, KB on Instagram, and then you all know who Michelle is, Treasure Coast Crochet, and then we got Lady V 3100. So go ahead, follow us on Instagram and support us. We also got a YouTube channel, Treasure Coast Crochet. This is going to be on Treasure Coast Crochet when we get done with this live. So we got to blow Michelle up now. We got to get her. Yes. She made it past the 100 mark, but we got to get her past that. We got to keep it going, guys. So if you haven't watched Treasure Coast Crochet, you should go on over there to YouTube and check her out. She's an amazing crochet artist. She's a teacher. I mean, you will learn so much from her, and we need to blow her up as well. Okay?
Yes.
So, and mine is coming now. I want to get that YouTube channel one day.
As always, we always promote the different events we have coming up online. So coming up for me at Treasure Coast Crochet, as always, on Sundays, we have our weekly virtual crochet meetup called Crochet in the Community on Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find the information to join that group on my Instagram as well as on my Facebook page. So come out to Treasure Coast Crochet on Instagram and Facebook, and you'll be able to get the link to the Zoom meeting. So you don't have to worry about catching COVID or anything else. Just come. You crochet for a little bit. It's a short amount of time on purpose so that you can get in, get your crochet therapy, and get back to whatever you need to do. So that's a little short meetup. It's an hour and a half, so from 5 to 6:30 Eastern Standard Time every Sunday, Crochet in the Community. You'll find it on the Treasure Coast Crochet Facebook page, Instagram page. Also, coming in March on the Treasure Coast Crochet page, I will be hosting my very first paid crochet along, and we will be making my, actually you can see it behind me, my Homeland Africa purse pattern. So we'll be doing this pattern right here. So if you've never done the pattern, then just come. It'll be a great time. We will be learning.
Oh my goodness. Yes, ma'am.
Just in time for World Africa Day. So if you've never done any of those patterns, then again, you can reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram. The sign up is on Facebook, although some people have been having a little bit of trouble, so just send me a DM. I'll get you hooked up, no problem at all. And then Nosy Bailey, you have Crochet with Nosy Bailey on Wednesday.
Yes. Crochet with Nosy Bailey every Wednesday, 6:30 to 8. It's just a crochet hookup. We just get together and we work on things and we laugh and we talk and we have a good time. We unwind on Wednesday evening.
Yeah.
So that's Eastern Standard Time. It's free. All you have to do is message me and I will send you the link. I didn't want to just, put it out there like that, but just send me a message. You want to join us, I'll send you the link. We have a wonderful group of ladies. A lot of them came on the IG Live today, so I appreciate them supporting us. And we really do have a good time. We learn from each other and we laugh with each other and we have our little refreshments and we unwind on a Wednesday evening. So
I'm definitely going to check it.
So you're welcome to join us. You're our new crochet buddy and Michelle's crochet cousin.
Yes.
So anytime you can come on and we can keep this crochet groove going. Okay.
And you guys, guess who just joined us? Adoma the Crocheter. We were just talking about her.
Oh my goodness.
Talking about
I wish we I wish we had time for you to jump on. We were just talking about you, my sister. Oh my goodness, we love you so much. We are fangirling big time today.
Yes, yes.
To join us really fast before we get off. There she is. Let me see if I can get her on.
You sending her the invite? Oh!
Here it is.
Oh!
Now, let's see.
Is she coming?
I don't know. Hold on 1 second. Everybody hang tight. Just 1 second. Don't jump off yet, you guys. This might be an amazing moment, so just hold on. Let's see. I just sent it.
Oh my goodness.
On camera.
Oh, she has an amazing YouTube channel. If you all don't know about her, oh my goodness. And she makes some beautiful things.
She sure does. Okay, all right. So I sent her the invite. Let's see if it works now, you guys. You know I'm over here like working the control page to join.
Yeah, Michelle's our tech person.
But yes, so if you don't know, we are total fangirls of your work. We just think you crochet so quickly, and like I don't have that skill. I mean, all day, but it's beautiful.
Oh my goodness!
And and
we would love to hear some of your stories too. Yeah. I'm sure you have some to share.
Crochet order stories. We know you do. So just talk about crochet stories. And it's her work, you guys. Really jump over to YouTube. She gives amazing tutorials. I mean, you will start with a piece of yarn and end with some amazing work. Okay? All right.
You know what? I have to say this because you don't know who's watching you. You don't know. Yep. And you didn't know that we were watching you, Miss Venita. And Miss Odoma, right? Is it Odoma? I hope I'm saying it right. You don't know how much we love you over here in the States. And we've been watching you too, Miss. And it's amazing that we have this community that's international. I'm just like, I'm losing my breath here. And yes, someone said I can't pronounce your name. It is it's Zoxa, South African. It was given to me by a dear mentor and person that I looked up to so much. She gave me my first teaching job. She gave me that name, Nosy Bailey. And I don't know, I know it's not an original name, but it's not common. But it means a generous one, and I try to embody that in all that I do. So thank you for acknowledging that. Oh my goodness.
Fangirl episode. That's actually what I'm going to relabel this as the Michelle and Nosy Bailey fangirl episode, because we've just met so many of the people we have followed. We have,
yes.
And I can't believe it. We have Adoma, and she actually just put in there that her name means grace. So she said,
yes, I saw.
Grace.
Oh my goodness, this is wonderful.
We have Venita, we have Adoma. I mean, we've just had like a day, and we have a person from Johannesburg, South Africa on.
South Africa.
Celia out of Portugal. I mean, what a community! Literally a community.
Yes, yes. Now we do this once a month for you all. We did a special edition today so we could have Miss Venita on here. And what a great way to end Black History Month. Yes. But we're gonna keep this going. You know, my phrase is Black History 375. So, we don't just learn about our history during this month. We should be embracing our culture all year long. So we're gonna keep this going. We have one coming up in March, so we'll let you know what that date is, and then we hope to see you guys on our next live, and maybe we can get some of you all to come on and join us. Yes, we'd be so honored to have you.
I don't want to cut you off, but I want to tell everybody, please don't forget to slay crochet. Do not play crochet.
Say that again.
Remember
absolutely.
That's what
we do not play. That's right. This is for real, for real. Okay. Well, that's a good way to end, right?
We all stay together, guys. We slay crochet.
We do not play crochet. That's right. We're going to get some t-shirts made up, Venita. We already talked about this.
Okay, I'm working on it. I am working on it. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Go
and we might get some mugs too.
Yes. I'm gonna give me some mugs and say slay crochet, do not play crochet. And when they start,
oh my goodness. And before you get off, don't forget to message me your address, because we're going to send you some beautiful Busy Peach yarn. You got to get that in your hands. You're going to do some slaying with this yarn, trust me. So don't forget.
Yes. Yes.
Because we appreciate you. We really do.
You Thank you so much.
Be sure to follow all of your crochet sisters that are here on the live, you guys. It's just simple. You just go up there, put the little follow next to all of the folks that are here. Trust me, this community is so incredible, and even some of the people who are not necessarily on the camera right now, they just have some amazing content. So just be sure to go out.
Yeah.
Support your crochet sisters, cousins, friends, brothers. We got
yes.
crochet too, so don't want to leave them out. And
yes. Yes.
Support our community, and remember, don't be afraid to ask. Questions to ensure that we're all holding ourselves to that high standard and making sure, we're getting what we're worth. So remember, know your worth.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely. Okay.
All right, ladies.
Everyone have a wonderful evening. Thank you guys for coming on. We love you. We hope to see you next time.
Y'all be blessed. Bye.
You too. Bye.